Hey everyone, welcome to my Dr. Doofenshmirtz vs. Dr. Cortex Acappella rap battle director's commentary. Although it's not a director's commentary, more like a creator's commentary, because I did everything and director was not the highest level of things I did for this. It's also not a commentary. I can't screen record and I can't think on the fly, so my commentary track is going to be very edited. But yeah, this has already been written, I'm just reading it out for the recording. Clarify for this rap battle, in order I wrote, recorded, and edited it. Sometimes in between recording and editing, I audio edit to remove any silence and breathing, but that's only for long videos. You see, to get quick videos done easy, I record one clip per sentence, but since long videos will have more clips to sort and edit, each clip for a long video is just me saying as much as I can in one breath, then stopping when I run out. This video is pretty different in terms of production because I wrote and recorded it before I even made this channel. First though, I want to get into why I even made this. So, I really like rap battles. I've been watching them for about 2 years, and I feel like I've always wanted to make one because I do really respect the work people do for them, and I just want to show my admiration. Back when the Phineas and Ferb revival was just getting started, I thought it was funny how Dr. Doofenshmirtz was a good guy for a bit, then relapsed to being evil just because of the thirst to finally win. It was such a good concept that it was literally already done 5 years ago with Cortex and Crash 4. And I thought about some more similarities, like how they both consistently lose to anthropomorphized Australian animals, are both evil scientists, have a lot of inventions, and are wildly incompetent. Also, it was really just the perfect rap battle I could have come up with. Someone already did it, but it was 2 years ago and in French. But yeah, I like Crash Bandicoot, and I like Phineas and Ferb. I watched Phineas as a kid, and I played Crash 4 as a tween, but I was never a hardcore fan of either. Only recently, at like the same time I did the Crash 4 Platinum Relics and the Phineas and Ferb revivals coming out, which made me watch the original run over the summer, but not the new ones because they weren't out yet. And then when they did come out, I was almost finished. Also, I 104% of Crash 4 the summer before. So I had a good idea for a rap battle, and all I had to do was write it, but I can't just write an entire rap battle in one sitting on the fly. So I brushed it off, and I just thought it was a good idea. Then on what I think was July 13th, one day after I made the first video on the channel, it took me over 2 months to upload one video I edited in like an hour. I had anxiety, okay? And then I came up with the Crash Test dummy line, and I knew I had to write it down for if I ever made it. Then I ended up not being able to sleep, and I just kept coming up with lines for like 2 hours. But yeah, it got to the point that by the time I went to sleep, I had all 4 8-line verses written, except for Cortex's second verse's second couplet, so that's why it's a pretty blatant Deadpool versus Peter Griffin reference that doesn't really fit. Yeah, aside from that and a few small edits I'll touch on later, this was written in 2 hours while I was trying to fall asleep. And at the time, I had only played Crash 4 and only watched first like 30 episodes of Phineas and Ferb. The audio was also recorded really quickly. I just had nothing to do one night and I wanted to do it. This was still before I created the channel, by the way. Recording it, I just did one couplet at a time and boosted the volume by 8 decibels because I have a naturally quiet voice. No audio editing for it though, because I wasn't trying to minimize clips. It was only one page after all. It's an acapella rap battle because I don't know how to make music and I don't know how I would find a beat that fits. Also, the editing style is just clips, but if I could draw digitally, I definitely would have used some hand-drawn PNGs. I think the Mr. J gaming plush style of editing was a pretty alright way of doing it though. Okay, I've talked enough. Now onto the commentary. I'm going to explain all the lyrical references and editing choices as I go. So I'm just going to start it and just talk as I go. Rap battle! Okay, so first little bit here, this rap battle. I was gonna make a logo for this. I can't make a logo, obviously, I'm not good at digital art. And as you see in the background, it's just a blurry shot of Doofenshmirtz Evil Incorporated and the like Crash one side of the Insane Trilogy background. Dr. Doofenshmirtz. And then Dr. Doofenshmirtz there is just a PNG. The only time I used a PNG in the battle is just these title cards. And this isn't like pre-rendered. This was in the software I made these title cards. I just put some text in the background and PNG in front and just a background I got off Google. This was how the battle was going to look until I realized that that's kind of hard to do. Versus Dr. Cortex. And I liked this. This line is pretty cool. I like how it transitions into the title here. Title card for Cortex. Background for him is Crash 4 Cortex Castle. I just made it specifically so that he goes over the like Crash, that third person view. And I think that's nice. Originally, it was gonna be Dr. Cortex. And it wouldn't have the title card. It would be before. It wouldn't just like cut off at the verses. It would have the whole thing. As I was recording it, I realized, oh wow, it's just redundant because he says it twice in a row pretty much. I like the like split second, just I like that. It looks very nice. Right into my trap. I like this edit here with the McDonald's commercial version of Cortex with the cage. For a good bit, I didn't know what to put here. It wasn't like the last thing I did. It was very early, but for a little bit I was stuck because I was gonna do a Perry in a cage and like somehow overlay Cortex over there, but I don't know how I would do that. So I just did this. That was a funny edit to do.
You'll never win because you're down on your stinking crap.
And this line here is actually really interesting because it was originally gonna be you teamed up with Crash because you're down on your stinkle cramp. Luck, down on your luck. You teamed up with Crash because you're down on your stinkle cramp. But I didn't like that because it just feels like instant like references. If you don't know what the hell I'm talking about, it's just like instant. I didn't like that, but I still used like the clip I probably would have used if I did go with that. And, down on your luck, but also down on your shit. He's back on his bullshit. Pretty much that means the stinkle cramp. Is luck in Drusselstein. I actually got it wrong. I said it wrong.
Stinking crap.
I think I just forgot how it was pronounced when I recorded it, and I didn't check because I just thought it was right. And then I watched that episode, and it was like really late. It was like after I recorded it, and I didn't want to redo it, obviously, because it's just good. It's just like, I just changed the text, even though that's clearly not what I'm saying, but like Deadpool vs. Peter Griffin did that.
Yes, except this one verse where I kicked your ass.
Also, as you can see, I have the Moose Meat Brownie covering up like all the watermarks in the video because there's a good amount of them, just because it's too distracting if I keep the watermarks on. It looks like terrible if I do that.
Your name's so misleading, you shouldn't even have one.
This bit was kind of inspired by like Doofenshmirtz like rants, and I thought it was a really good section because it was like, what can I talk about? And I was like 4 lines based off his name. I thought that was nice, but yeah, it's like ranting. Of course, the like genie rant.
You're old, so not Neo.
The footage is Crash 4 again, obviously. That's the only Crash game I've played, so that's where like most of the clips come from. And the 22 like years, like, you're old because he's been in there that long. I thought that was good, but he's not Neo. He's certainly not new.
Cortex is.
And I like this like bit of him looking smug. That's the only reason why I use this clip.
So what do you have not?
I probably should have put over Cortex over Perry in this clip, like I do in later bits, where I like put Doofenshmirtz over Crash, Cortex over Perry. It's fine. I didn't notice it till like after I posted the video.
Well, at least you're a doctor. You've got that in the bag.
In this bit, of course, I don't have like Photoshop or anything. I painstakingly like cut out a section of this doctorate, and I just like overlaid multiple of these just to like airbrush out. I don't have an airbrush because it's not Photoshop. Just to get rid of the text that says Dr. Doofenshmirtz on the doctorate.
Hey, wait a minute. It still has the tag.
And this is a reference to I Scream, You Scream. Very good episode of Phineas and Ferb.
Back to the circus. Your rhymes are all crummy.
It's a reference to how Cortex was originally a part of the circus, like a family of clowns. That was like the backstory for him originally. Your rhymes are all crummy doesn't really make sense because he hasn't said anything yet. But it's like, come on, man, I wrote this in 2 hours. I couldn't think of anything.
Are you yellow because you're a crash test dummy?
So that's the line that like kind of kickstarted this whole battle because I thought it was really good. I was just thinking like late at night, I randomly thought of like crash test dummies for some reason, and then I thought, holy shit, word association there. Just crash tests, Crash Bandicoot. He does tests on him, and he's yellow. I thought that was like a genius line.
Even though I'm yellow, I'm not second banana.
Okay, so there's the next bit. You can kind of hear like a click there. I think I accidentally left that in, but I just made it go to black in between. It looked fine. I left the watermark in here, the smallest little bit. Even I didn't notice, so I doubt anyone watching this did. Even though he's yellow, yeah, of course, like what he just said. It's not second banana because Doofenshmirtz, it's not his show. He's not the main character, even in his own plot. Perry's the main character in the plot. And the banana truck, that episode was really good. I laughed really hard at the banana truck. So that was funny. Put that in there. I was just thinking like, what could I put for banana? And then I remember that was literally in one of the episodes.
It's not even your show.
And then the poster, of course, with him in the background. I liked that.
You're just like a stanza.
And then this was just kind of a good line. I liked just like a pretty shitty like payoff. I put a good amount of like shitty joke lines in there. I really like Fight Marker, and it proves that you can do a good rap battle while still including really purposely bad lines that are funny. I think a good rap battle includes funniness and like good lines. It's always a good mix. And you're just like Costanza was like, what do I rhyme bananas with? He's also not the title character.
Even if I lose, I will never stop.
Even if I lose, I'll never stop, of course, because he loses like a lot, and he always comes back from it. Of course, his 2 defeats in Crash 4 in both his boss fights.
I'll wipe the floor with you so hard, and Brio.
And then I'll wipe the floor with you so hard. Left in the watermark again there. And Brio the mop is a line that is said when you die in Crash 4 in a flashback tape. And I just thought of that as a line. And then I was like, okay, I'll wipe the floor with you. Because it's also like, Crash, he only says it when Crash dies. He's going to wipe the floor with him so hard that he's going to die. And he'll need the mop to like wipe up his corpse. I thought that was really good. And
the mop.
And then the mop, I couldn't think of a good part to put there. I just looked up like Dr. Doofenshmirtz mop. And this came up. I don't remember that episode at all. I put it in there because I couldn't think of what else to include. That was like the last edit I did, I think.
He's killing the platypus.
And this edit here, yeah, a lot of these clips are just from his boss fights in Crash 4 because he has 2 of them. And then he's pointing at Perry right there because he's talking about killing him. Crash 4, I can't kill him because that means I'd kill me. That means I have to kill you. Points at them.
It's really such a moral quandary.
And then that's bit is him like asking a question. He's like, do you have any idea how stubborn I used to be? And actually, I screwed up there. I put the brownie over the text and I did a double space. Whatever.
You're more washed than your big laundry.
Big laundry, of course. Washed.
Yeah, I made you the soy jack and me the chat.
Another instance of those like stupid lines that are not very good. And this was just because I came up with the payoff here before. That soy jack picture was the first thing I did before I edited it. I wanted to do that first because it was more fun and funny.
So how do you do? Bad.
And then just the building exploding because he's doing bad. That was just another guy. It's somehow like matching up really good.
Your rhymes were so bad you couldn't fuss both of them.
There's another bit I'm talking about rhymes, and this was just a clip I came up with, Platypus Plumber. I thought that was good because it looks like he's reading like off this like lines of like what he just said, and I thought that was, and it like, kind of matches up with what he says.
Your rhymes were so bad you couldn't fuss both of us. You're such a Discord man and my mascot Wampa.
While I was like trying to go to sleep, I saw the Joe Grant video where he's like, I got Wumpus in the Grumpus. Yeah, and I just thought of that Wumpas, but I was like, also Wumpus is the Discord mascot. I was like, okay, you're such a Discord mod. I thought that was funny.
It's about time that I take you down.
Phineas and Ferb, Crash Bandicoot both have things called It's About Time. But it didn't even click in my mind that he was Professor Time in Murphy's Law. I tried to watch it like years ago. I didn't care.
You've got a whole castle, but you still have no crap.
Of course, Cortex Castle, best level in Crash 4. I had to reference it. Track in CTR. I wrote this before I played CTR.
Only Perry can beat me.
Only Perry can beat him. That's not really true, but I thought it was good. And I just used the clip of the final song in Phineas and Ferb where he says, I fell over and over again.
You can, you're mistaken.
And then him like losing in the final boss, right? And then
go crash a mole
in the molehill, mountain of a molehill. And this was before I had seen this episode, so I didn't know about this clip here. I just knew, don't make a mountain out of a molehill.
This is a mountain of your own making.
Like a mountain of like problems.
I Guninator will bump you full of lead.
And this is another like stupid line here. The Guninator. And that's just the Uglyinator. I just did a shitty like gun over it. Over Perry, I just used Cortex is shocked by electricity like animation to show him getting like shot. And I just repeated that 4 times because it was so short.
And then you really need big bags of ice for your head.
It was like the only reference to Insane Trilogy, which is big bags of ice for your head. I didn't even realize how well it matches up there.
And then you really need big bags of ice for your head.
Your schemes are always dead on arrival.
And then they'll blow itself up inator from Birthday Cliporama because it's dead on arrival. You know, it was never gonna work because it blows itself up.
I felt so flat that they gave your show a revival.
The show getting a revival. I don't think I intended this, but it's a really good parallel that Dead on Arrival gave your show a revival. Like Dead revived. I thought that was really good.
You can't stop me. I'm Neo Cortex. Whoa! Charlene and make some more experiments.
And here's the Deadpool vs. Peter Griffin reference. Somebody stop me. But I did my own twist on it. I didn't want it to be exactly the same. And then I just edited like shitty PNGs of him over it. I can't like edit it that well, so it's like his cropped out hand is there. And then instead of giggity, because that doesn't make any sense, I did whoa! Charlene, of course, kind of a reference to like Dr. Doofenshmirtz versus Dr. Doom because of the line about banging Charlene that Dr. Doom says make some more experiments. I was originally going to have the experiments from all the boss fights show up, but I couldn't find good transparent PNGs of them, so I just didn't. I thought it was fine enough without them.
All your innators failures need no explanation.
And then here's the bit from the Second Dimension movie. I was trying to find a good clip of the self-destruct button, so I just looked this up.
I know, maybe it would have helped if you had a blockification.
Again, another Crash 4 reference. It was literally just things I think about a lot. The blockification line from Fossil Fueled here. When he shoots an enemy, he can turn it into a block.
Because whatever show you're in, you just won't go away.
And this editing choice here. Of course, Phineas and Ferb, Murphy's Law, he's been in both of them. And the reason I use this clip is from Nitro Processing in Crash 4, where he says, you two are so clingy, get a hobby, he won't go away.
Your name is Doof because you can't do what you say.
And then this is Dr. Doofenshmirtz versus Dr. Doom, but I put a spin on it because instead of Doof saying it, it's a diss at him. Such an idiot that he can't accomplish what he tries to do, which is to take over the tri-state area. And I just put the music video on the background of the TV there because I thought it looked kind of nice. It looks kind of bad because I didn't mask it. I don't know if I could with the shitty program I use. Even then, it's probably too weird of a shape to mask. Whoop, whoop. And then this is whoop, whoop. I just included that because it didn't feel right without it. But it's not Cortex saying it. It didn't sound right to have him say it. So I just put that in there as the like credits line there. That was the only new piece of audio I recorded for. I was inspired by Fight Marker at EFRB. Thanks for watching. Leave any questions below. I'll be answering the director's commentary, but I'm not answering any questions because no one commented. No one said any questions. Kinda sucks, man. This was the video I wanted to get freaking comments on, not the glitch video that blew up. This is probably not what people want to see from me. I just did the glitch video. Obviously, I'm sure they want more like essays and shit. But you know, did what I wanted. Okay. Yeah, like I didn't even expect the glitch video to blow up. It's like a week later. That's actually the second highest viewed video I've ever made. The other one is on my Optic Shit channel. Check that out if you want. But yeah, that's it. That's the not pre-recorded commentary that I'm gonna have to edit the shit out of because there's just so many pauses. This is why I don't do this. Okay. Bye.